Hi, welcome to my video. I made this video to show you how to take care of, or how to clean your container for your Monarchs or Gulfs or whatever you're raising. Pretty much how to set it up. I have 3 people picking these up for tomorrow. I'm just giving out chrysalises and different larvae and eggs. So each one is going to be prepared a little different. And so what I have here, I have twigs, napkin, and containers that I'm going to be using to prepare this. So let's get started. Alright, so first you have leaves. Now I've already washed these. If you look at them, this particular plant's extremely clean. Oh look, I missed something. This is all the stuff you want to get off of your leaves before feeding it to your caterpillars. So anyways, I'm going to wash them again. It is pretty late here. When you wash your leaves, your plant looks good like mine. You don't have to put much, but I always just go through each leaf and get them wet. Run your thumb under them. As I said, this particular leaf, these particular leaves are very clean. But I got some plants from Lowe's where they weren't clean, in Home Depot. You get aphids and stuff that are on them. And yeah, you want to get rid of those because the caterpillars will not touch a leaf or a section of a leaf if there are aphids on it. This one is actually one of the ones I got from Home Depot. It's a better example. And I see the little black stuff there. I see a bunch of stuff fall off. That looks good. It's from me putting pressure on it, but that should be good. Should be good. I don't need much for this particular thing. I also had someone that wanted eggs. So I'm going to show you how I set up eggs as well. So now you got your leaves. I normally just throw them on there and I keep extras in the fridge. Dry them. They don't have to be super dry, but you want them dry. So here we go. Now I'm going to take my first container of the day, and our first customer, our first customer wants, and they're not customers, this is absolutely for free. So this is absolutely for free, there's no charge. I ended up with over 200 Monarchs, long story short, and I have over 100, I haven't even looked, I got a ton of eggs. But I think I'm over 100 eggs with what I just picked in my garden. So, get tissue. Make it wet. It doesn't have to be super wet. Like, I kind of went overboard with this, but it's not a big deal. You got to clean your cage every day. Don't leave it in there. I always do the tissue. If it's really hot in your home, when we had 100-degree weather, I'd put about this much water. But I say this is just too much. I kind of messed up there, so let's do this again, yeah? You don't need much. The purpose of it is humidity. You have a lid, see, let the rest of the water just soak the tissue up. The purpose is humidity. It also keeps the leaves fresher. This way, the caterpillars, they will go for the fresher leaves. They are somewhat picky. So we're going to do this to all 3 of my containers. I'm going to move my leaves out of the way. And just so you know, I do have my headphones in, so it's kind of, I left these 2 in the sink. They'll be fine. So, if you see me bob my head, you'll know why. Decent amount of water. Let it saturate the rest, what you don't get. Lay it down flat. I always try to just lay it down as flat as I can get it. It doesn't have to be super perfect. If you're doing small larvae, well, it is larvae, but if you're doing tiny little caterpillars, you want to try to get the little wrinkles out. It's not too big of a deal. And then also, this makes it easier to clean when it comes time to get all the poop out. There's less cleaning involved because you can just take the tissue and do that and just pull it out and just dump it. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. So pretty much all the same, right? Our first customer of the day has requested 10 eggs. So let me go get my egg container. Egg container. Now, I have more eggs coming. They're literally sitting there. I'm going to tilt my angle down so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I got this little mount on Amazon so I can try to make better YouTube videos, because YouTube videos apparently are, like, they're nice YouTube videos, but I just suck as a camera person. So, but I do try. Yeah, if you look, these are all the eggs I have clean. Now, when you get eggs, I'm just going to throw this out. When you get eggs, you have to do the same process of rinsing the leaves off. Okay? You have to rinse the leaves off. There's little red bugs, green bugs, aphids. The aphids are just the most annoying thing. I'm looking for my twigs. Oh yeah, they're right here. You have to rinse it off. Don't touch the egg. And then so what I do, I'll do this right now, and then I'll show you the end result of what I'm doing. I put twigs. Caterpillars feel more at home when you have some kind of wood or something like that, and they like to crawl on it. You know, that's what they do. They are crawlers. So as you can see, I put 3 twigs there, 3 twigs there, 3 twigs there. You'll see why. You need tweezers. These plastic ones come in handy. This is actually from a toy, but you can use metal ones. I have metal ones. I lost them, so the toy comes in play. Now, in this particular jar, I have like, if you look closely, I don't know if you're getting this. Oops. Oh, okay, that fell right here. If you look closely, you'll see an egg on there. Okay. These are the flowers. Butterflies do like to lay their eggs on the flower. It's very concealed that way. It's kind of a pain to find, even for me, but see, I got my headlamp on and I do it at night. This headlamp is extremely bright, full charge, and I literally go and I do kind of a egg hunt. That's what you're looking for. I don't know if it's focused. See the little white dot? That thing has a little I wonder if I could bring it a little closer to the camera so you can see it better without moving the camera. Closer. No, probably not. But you see a little white dot? That's a freshly laid egg. This is for our first customer of the day. She requested 10 eggs. So I'm just going to transfer them one by one. This leaf has 2. They're always on the bottom of the leaf. I literally sit there and I crawl through the whole plant. Back in July when season started, I was going through the plants every single day. And now I have way too many plants to do that because they seem to love my desert house. I know people that have flowers in their yards and they're like, we barely get monarchs. I'm like, I get monarchs. Well, apparently, I've been on a streak this week. I've seen them every day. Okay, so there's 5 there. But as I said, it's just a little white dot. And I put them on the sticks so that way they have clearance. 2, 3. Wait, there's 2 on that particular leaf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Now I'm getting to some of the smaller leaves, so I'm going to move these over. And the way I lay the eggs out is so I can see each egg on each leaf, because it'll come in handy. That's on a flower. And for this, let me see if I can get you a view. These are a real pain when you see them. And you'll see them. What happens with these, the reason why they're such a pain is because you have to fold the leaves back with a pair of tweezers, and then I use my Swiss Army knife because it has a tiny pair of scissors, and it seems to work fine. But it's a real pain, and then I have a little cup right there and drop it in the cup. And there's actually 2 different kinds here. There's California narrow leaf, but this is your end result. Let me close this lid. this is your end result. And I space them out, and now you can literally see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that concludes, I won't mention any names, just customer privacy reasons, I guess. I have to cross this name off, I'm sorry. I have to kind of do this because it is late, and this is literally all I do when I get home before I go to bed. So, I'm going to spell this name. Okay, perfect. So that's one down. And then we have 2 more to go. So now, the next customer here, I left a leaf over there, it's clean, wants, looks like 3 larvae. Sorry, I say larvae, but caterpillar. Let me move my leaf thing out of the way here. So, I got a bunch of larvae right here. I think there's about 20 in here, or 30, or no, I think there's about 20. They're really tiny ones in here too, so if you look, normally they like to hang out on the lid. I don't see any. Now if you notice the amount of holes I put on there, just so they can breathe. So, this is going to be a pain, because these small guys are a real pain. When they freshly hatch, there's some freshly hatched in here. Now, wait, how many am I doing? She wants 3. I'll give her some bigger ones, so I'll do that. The small ones, you can kind of use these tweezers, but it's a real pain. And let me actually show you what a freshly hatched one looks like. I got one right here. You also have to be careful. Okay, there's 2 on this particular leaf. If you watch my other video, you'll see it, but there's one right there. This camera is not very good. It might be too small to see on camera. You might be able to see it. Sorry. So that little line, but I'm not going to give her anything that just hatched. I'm going to give her some of my bigger ones. If you look, these ones are probably second instar. And we're gonna start with this guy right here. Actually, there's 3 on this leaf right here. Make sure there's no one else. Oh yeah, I got one right there. There's actually like 5 on this particular leaf. So it's kind of better I give them a, so I'm kind of just looking, trying to see which ones I want to give her. This one, okay. I got 2 on this leaf. They're decent size. Let me take some of these leaves out because if they're this size, she's not going to need that. You have one right there. I don't know if you can see this or not. I really hope you can. And I constantly, I click the little focus on this Android phone. And then you can see that one. I know you can see that one. That's second instar. This one's probably first instar. He's probably only been alive for a couple days. These leaves have already been cleaned. So I keep in mind he's right there. And I put it like that so that way he's got space. So I got 2 in there now. And then there's this one on the side of the napkin here. I hate it when they're on the napkin. Picked him up. There he is, or she, just molted. You can see she has a new face. And then I'm just gonna take her ever so gently and drop her on a leaf. And once again, I hate it when you go on the tissue, but whatever, you're cool, I'm cool, we're good. So our second customer of the day is done. So pretty much the way you do this, now I have 2 exact same containers for this particular thing. Hold on, let me write this name on here. I have 2 of the same containers, and what I do is I prep the other container first. So obviously you have 2 of the same thing. So let's say I'm going to transfer these guys to here, which this one's going to actually be very difficult to do just because of the fact that they're just so small. And okay, so this customer has asked for 5. So always hold it above 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 on here. Try not to be as shaky as me. Take this out. So yeah, it's always better to have the same exact container or another container prepped and ready to go, because now what you're going to do is you're literally transferring one to another. So it's literally, I'm going to take, oh, I almost pinched that. I don't know if you saw that. I almost squeezed them, but that's where these are clutch, because if you accidentally do it, you have to be very careful. You should always grab it from somewhere on the side. But if you look, yeah, I almost killed this little guy right now. So be very careful. Don't be like me. Well, I'm very careful. Just it's kind of late. So I got 4 there. Well, let me finish this one order. Yes, I'm calling it an order. Just be very gentle, especially when they're small. I got a 5th one just by himself or herself on this leaf. So I'm gonna throw him in there. And I'm going to put an extra leaf because I don't know what time they're supposed to come tomorrow. But I just want to make sure I verify. I got 4 that I can see and I got 5. So once again, though, just keep the container ready and prepped, because now what you got to do, it's kind of a daunting task, to be honest. You have to go, let me flip this leaf over and put it back on the stick. You pretty much, like, I never keep the same leaves. When they're this small, I will. But you don't want to, because if they could develop mold eventually. If they look good, then go for it. But that's the purpose of the sticks. It keeps the air able to circulate, but it won't keep it in all places. So you kind of have to move it around. So if I come to this tomorrow, I'm literally going to pull out whatever leaves don't have anything on it, and then I'm going to move them over. So there's that one. And that was an order of 5. For so-and-so, and call them a month. And so, yeah, that's pretty much how you do this. As you can see, I still have a lot more caterpillars, and I have a lot more coming that are just hatching. There are quite a few new hatched ones in there. So, yeah, just check my channel if you have any questions. Leave a comment. If I gave you this link, you already know what to do. I said I just wanted to make sure that I had a version of this video so that everyone can understand it and see the amount of work that goes into it. This is a small scale. This is how most people do it from the start. But my biggest thing is make sure you clean your leaves, and just kind of make sure there's moisture in there at all times, and clean your cage daily. Sometimes you can get away with every other day, especially when it's set up like this. In the hot summer, you definitely want to put more water on that towel, because let me tell you, it will dry very fast. So have a great evening, or day, or night, or whatever. Enjoy. Thank you.